Hello there folks, welcome back to RJB TV. It's me, your host, RJB, and today we're going to look at some games here on StarCraft Brood War Remastered on the fastest map between Lucky, Gensay, Byul, and Brain. And they're going to switch around based on whoever loses is out until the person eventually comes right back into the lineup. I don't know if this is team-based or if this is just a free-for-all, but all I know is that going into these replays is that we're going to see Brain, Lucky, Gensay, and Byul. Arguably, four of the very best StarCraft fastest map players in the world. Also, I forgot to switch over the scene, so just let me do that real quick so I don't forget. So at least I didn't jinx or ruin the video by forgetting to switch over and recording for who knows how long and just ruining the video. At least I prevented disaster. So we got Gensay here on the yellow Terran, and we've got Lucky here on the green Protoss right below him. Lucky, really good player. Gensay, likewise, really good. Both these players easily have achieved multiple times the S rank on the official Brood War ranked ladder for the normal maps. Which means that they have a baseline level of skill that is very high. And that baseline level of skill, it really shows when they play fastest. And in this Protoss against Terran, with these very close proximity spawn locations between these two players, I have a feeling that Gensay might be the person winning this game. Just a gut feeling. Because we've got this hillside here, and it is very difficult to play against a Terran that has a hillside advantage over the Protoss. Because he can put tanks up on the high ground. So Lucky Pack will either have to win this very quick or have very fast carriers ready to completely obliterate any tanks being placed onto this high ground here right in between both players' spawn locations. Now Lucky Pack starts off with an interesting build order, went for Gateway Nexus, Gateway Forge, which I haven't really seen anyone do in particular. I have seen some players go for Gateway Nexus Forge to have at least one Zealot out on the map. This time around though, Gensay, starting off with his 8 supply barracks build order, has the opportunity to build a bunker in the front, but the construction of the bunker is not quite succeeding because Lucky Pack pulls some probes to the front, completely shuts it down. That didn't work. But now we've got more Marines coming from Gensay, ready to attack. Now Lucky Pack just so happens to move into the middle, and he's going to take a lot of damage on those Zealots. And the cannon isn't finished yet in the front. He has to push forward. Gensay here going for the very aggressive opening. Got Academy on the way and gas as well. Gensay is ready to get medics and stim and abuse the fact that Lucky might not have the best of luck with his build order choice. This Gensay is on a roll. Gensay is on fire. Gensay is pushing forward. Those gateways, they're gonna go down. And Lucky is gonna have to use those Zealots at some point to try and push those Marines back. Because if he loses both gateways, those Marines are gonna be pretty damn tricky to deal with. But the micro from Gensay there is maybe just a little bit too good for Lucky to be fighting into. He can go for the cannon in the back, but he decides not to. He decides to go for the cannon a little bit too late and loses more Marines than he could have lost if he just went for the cannon instead of going for the gateway. Slight little miscalculation, but at least he killed the gateway, at least he killed one cannon. At least he is really being a thorn in Lucky's side. But luckily, wait, let's see if he can get the cannon. Cannon number 2 there finishes up after the other one goes down. The Zealot got 1 or 2 kills in total. Marines, they are still walking back and forth, still dealing damage. There's the factory on the way. Medics now coming over as well. We have a proxy base that are being built by Lucky. Lucky immediately knows that, hey, I've got a probe outside my base. It's about time I better start building something outside of Gensay's vision and maybe, hopefully, get a surprise counterattack on him. Cybercore is on the way, taking really big amounts of damage. Oops, sorry for that one. Taking big amounts of damage. I gotta turn off my touchpad on my laptop. Alright. So yeah, he loses the Cybercore, building a new one. Well, he already has a robotics on the way. Builds the Cybercore on the other citadel of a dune. So at the moment, he actually, for a little while, no longer needs a Cybercore. Because he's got the citadel and the robotics on the way on the other side of the map. So all the structures he would need a Cybercore for, he already has them. He's going to need a Cybercore later on, though, when he is going to switch over into Dragoons. And once he get those Dragoon upgrades, the robotics are on the way. After the robotic facility finished up, the support bay is on the way. Marines coming off the bottom side, going to try to take down those cannons, but the Marines Zealots are there as well, so the Marines are forced to pull back. Gensay really playing really particularly sharp. But I think Gensay does not know this here exists. He doesn't know he's got the proxy base, and he's going to go for Dark Templars. It's going to be a surprise, although we do see an SCV scanning the map, so maybe Gensay knows something might be up. I'm not seeing a whole lot of structures here in Lucky's base, so something might be happening somewhere else. The tank there rolling forward. He's going to try to hit the probes there, but might not be in range, so he's going to go for the cannon first. He's going to go for the safe and slow approach. Reaver on the way there from the robotics. Going to spawn very soon, but the Marines might take it down when it spawns. Cannon there now under fire as well. Zealots are going straight for the tank as the tank is unprotected. Tank unsieges. Tank going to try to roll away, but he blocks it with the probe, and the tank goes down. And Lucky might have just saved the game by killing that tank with that small little bit of probe support. But now, though, robotics there are going to die. He's got a turret there on the scene, but the turret is not covering the bottom side. Doesn't have a scan here back at home. Doesn't have a wall in the front. So he was expecting the Dark Templars. Dark Templar there gets some kills, but the turret there keeping the Marines and tanks alive. Got more gateways being built here on the right side of the map. These balling up units are in the middle, ready to go for a flank attack as soon as he's got enough units to start the attack with. So Gensay realizes that he did a lot of damage, but maybe not enough. So he's very quickly scrambling and transitioning over into a very defensive strategy. Get himself a wall in the front. Tank's rolling forward though, gonna try to kill the probes. This one might be within range. The probes run away just in time. The tank is gonna take real big damage. And Zealots get right on top of it because Zealot speed finished up. Zealots there do go down, though. Swarmer tank is alive. He can unseat this one and roll forward. This tank might just be outside of it's inside detection range. Perfectly played, but now these Dark Templars on the middle are going to intercept all those Marines, and that is going to be quite a disaster for Gensay as the Marines walk right into the Dark Templars, and Dark Templars are just having a feast, a party. Bloodshed everywhere. Blood, guts, everything covering all over the place. Going for a counterattack there though, but there's a wall. He's not going to break through, so might have to change his mind because that is not going to work. A lot of gateways here though. He's got 4, 4, 4, so 12 gateways in total. Got Cyber, Templar, Archive, and Forester in the back as well, and Citadel of a Dune. Tanks have rolled forward with a dropship. Probes off the minerals. Now, damaging and attacking the Nexus. Dark Templar's getting on top of the tanks here, right in front of that Nexus. And going to take everything down. And Gensay's attack is being shut down after it has been here for way too damn long. But Lucky prevents disaster. He's got a lot of probes, but 57. Yeah, 57. That's correct. 57. And yeah, now Gensay just gonna slowly shuttle units over the hill into that little corner where Lucky cannot see him. He doesn't know. Oh, Lucky doesn't know. There's a small little surprise being dropshipped straight into his base. Lucky, though, also has a very big Zealot army. Got Storm there on the way as well. Gensay going for the attack. He's got a vessel there as well. Lucky is running straight in with the attack from the backside. Gensay might try to get the probe kills again, but I don't think he's within range to kill the probe. He's going to kill the cannon first. Now a flank attack are coming from double sides, two sides. It's Zealous Dark Tempest getting on top of the tanks and the Marines. Marines fighting back heroically. Throws down the defensive matrix, buys him some time, but Lucky clears this out without much trouble. It's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. So the base has been secured. Lucky is growing bigger. He's got a supply lead. Got double robot there on the bottom side. Getting cannons everywhere, all over the place to defend against those tank drops. Getting gateways now as well. Got a Stargate there to escort those future shuttles into the base. Getting Dragoon range. And Temple Storm almost finished up. This proxy gateway base definitely saved his life. Great multitasking there from Lucky. Amazing offensive ability there from Gensay. That was a really impressive play. He's now 55 SCVs, got 2 starports. And he's going to put tanks up onto the high ground. No, he's going to go for a tank drop onto the minerals, flying right in there. Lucky is respawning. Tanks are sieging up. Tanks might get a shot off on the probes. He's went from 75 down to 75 down to 37. Now I think that is the nail in the coffin. That might be the nail in the coffin, because the one thing Lucky needed was minerals. Probes. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he needs those, but he really needed minerals to progress into carrier technology. And carrier technology is now never ever gonna happen. Which means we might see Gensay take full control over this hillside and push towards those minerals. Lucky is now in a race against the clock, and he is running that race pretty far behind on Gensay. Gensay has a huge head start, and all Gensay has to do is remain calm and execute the plan as intended. Dark Temple there, gonna kill the turret. Drop might go in undetected, might reach all the way towards the SCVs. Gensay now though, because the turret was getting attacked, he kind of knows the drop is on the way. He kind of knows, so putting Marines in between, putting some bunkers up in the back, getting tanks sieged up as well. Gensay might go for a double drop attack from 2 directions at the same time. Some raids there in the front as well to help with taking down those shuttles. Lucky goes in. No, yes, there he goes. So right side drop first, bottom side drop second. The double drop attempt. Let's see if this one is gonna be the home run. Arrives on location as he's running away to safety, so no Templars on the scene at the moment. There is a Templar, but the Templar storms the Marines. Hits some SCVs as well, but kills maybe 4 or somewhere in between. SCVs now stuck in between the barracks. Marines are killing the shuttles there in the top corner, which is obscured by this production tab. So Gensay successfully defends without really losing anything of significant value. And Lucky is preparing himself for the hillside tank push, for which he desperately needs carriers, which he doesn't have. He's now at 53 probes. He's recovering, slowly, but he's recovering. He's not yet out for the count, although that might change very soon, because now we've got 3 tanks on the high ground and about 5 tanks are on the low ground. Tanks are getting chased down, getting killed by Zealots and splash damage. Got 2 Racer in the air as well to prevent shuttles from unloading Zealots on top of the tanks on the hill. Got another drop there coming in from the right side. There's nothing in between. This one's going to go for the home run. Is he going to hit it? Ooh, Marines in the bunkers unloading and stimming. And it's not going to be a drop aiming or intending to hit the SCVs. He just wants to clear out the entire right side of Gensay's base and make it easier for future drops. And while that is happening, he's attacking the tank hill push. But Gensay already has a lot of 5 dropships loaded up, ready to unload there on the top corner and push forward a little bit more. This drop here on the side though, big success. Killed a lot of Marines, killed a lot of turrets. Didn't quite kill the armories, but I think he did just enough to buy himself a little bit of time. And yeah, he's just entirely not going for carrier technology. He's getting air attack upgrades though. He's getting upgrades, but no fleet beacon yet. He can't afford it. and only 2 Stargates because he cannot afford anything more. He's spending everything he's got on Shuttles, Templars, and Zealots to defend himself against that tank push happening from the hill. Shuttles both surviving the Marine attack. Templars unloading, Templars storming. Templars not really hitting the SCVs there though. Oh, he gets the huge hit on the SCVs and down to 28 SCVs in total. That was the money shot that Lucky desperately needed. But there's not much in between these tanks and his minerals. Doesn't have a whole lot. He got 4 Templars there ready to storm, but Gensay isn't sieging up. He's instead microing his tanks to dodge the storms. Micro instead of sieging up, smart choice. So the storms though do hit pretty hard. Tanks have all been split up quite nicely. And now we're going to see a push forward onto the probes. Defensive medics there, keeping that tank alive. Going to pick up a couple more tanks here because he had a couple of them in production right from before the drop hit his SCVs and sent them to the Shadow Realm. Shuttle's trying to unload on top of the tanks, but the tanks are not sieged up, so it's not really going to hurt him too much. Tank sieges up, shoots on the probes. How many kills did he get with the defensive matrix tank? 22 kills already. So the damage has been done. Lucky clears out almost the entire top corner with storms. But there's still a couple tanks alive, and I see a couple more tanks being picked up, loaded up, dropped beyond the hill. As I said before, the damage has been done. Lucky is not going to keep up. The tank drop, killing almost all of his probes earlier, really sealed the deal. And now just a little push more, just a little bit more forward, just a little bit more damage. Just the final stretch, and Lucky should be calling GG very, very soon. Because I just don't see him winning this game anymore from the position he's currently in. He's got no money, 18 minerals, and he cannot put the probes back on the minerals. Tank there with 2 HP secures the death zone around the Nexus. Probes not safe from harm. So he calls GG, which means we're going to go over in game number 2 as Gensay wins the first one and stays in the race, and Lucky is going to get replaced by none other than the great Brain himself. Yeah. Brain against Gensay. Not a matchup we often see, but a matchup I am dying to see. I'm kind of hyped about this one. This should be a blast. So Brain against Gensay is, in my opinion, probably the highest quality 1 versus 1 you're probably ever gonna see. I really wish these two players played more often against each other. They play a lot of StarCraft, but they don't really play 1v1 against each other that much. They do play a lot of 2v2 and 3v3 together and against each other though. But in 1v1 you see different things than you would in a 2v2 or a 3v3. So Gensay here on the bottom corner. I'm trying to open a bottle, but it's not opening. Okay, I got it. So Brain here on the 12 o'clock spawn location is going for a bunker rush. It's something he likes to do when he wants to end the game really, really fast. Not sure if it's going to work. Not sure if it's going to work. Because we're on the 12 o'clock spawn location, which does allow him to rush pretty quick. It's like kind of easy, kind of quick to travel towards your destination. But Gensay is on a corner spawn, but Gensay goes for Nexus first. Now this spells trouble. The bunker rush is particularly strong against Nexus first into Forge, no gateway. So we got the SV there scouting the wrong direction. SV number 2 scouting the right direction, but it's going to take a while before it arrives in that corner. It's going to be up to the Marine in SV number 3. Okay, the SV is building the depot. It's not going to rush. Okay. So the Marine there goes to the other direction. Changes mind. He's assuming he's not here on the top left because he most likely would have already been found himself by Gensay if Gensay was on the top left. So he goes in the right direction. SCVs and Marine arrive right as the cannon is being thrown down. We got probes being pulled off the minerals to help him defend. But a Marine, they're arriving on the scene, and more Marines are in production and on the way across the map, coming from the 12 o'clock spawn location down to the bottom corner here on the bottom right. SCVs are attacking the cannon. Let's just keep track of the HP of these units. Marine goes down. Probe getting us around on the SCVs. SCVs forced to run. One more SCV kill there on the probe. Cannons are going to finish. Marine is trying to do tries to get one more kill, but both players microing without mistake. The cannon, though, is on low HP, and I'm not sure if it's a wise choice for Gensay to cancel one of the 3 cannons and leave up only 2, with the one in the front in a damaged state. I've got a feeling that Brain might try to break through at some point. Probe there goes down, so that's, I think, already 3 or 4 pro kills for Brain in total. Lost 1 SCV or 1 Marine. Gets a command center. He's not... Gets a double gas, is triple gas. Oh my god. I've never seen anyone be as crazy or as smart, because this might be the smartest play we'll see on the channel in the history of my channel. Goes for triple gas. It's going to be a lot of gas coming into the bank. Gets a factory. Marines still balling up there in the front. Gensay is, after all, getting a 3rd cannon. Gets a Citadel of a Dune. It's going to be Dark Templars, okay? It's going to be Dark Templars. He's going to go for Dark Templars and hope to catch Brain by surprise, but I don't think he's going to catch Brain by surprise, because Brain usually figures out exactly what you're doing. So the Marines in the front there, making sure the probe is not going to get out. Gets 2 more cannons for a total of 5 there in the front. 2nd gateway there for Dark Templar number 2. Triple gas. Triple gas. 24, 27 workers for both players. Double factory. It's going to be factory number 3, or it's going to be a starport. Factory number... starport it is. Double starport it is. Now this is getting funky. Brain doing his typical Brain stuff. Going for, I hope, a smart build order that is going to catch Gensay by surprise so hard that Gensay is not gonna know what hit him or what happened. Gensay is trying to catch Brain by surprise by going for Dark Templars, but I think Brain, as I said before, somewhat knows, or at least is going to prepare for it, because he got the engineering bay there finished up. Going to build a bunker and a turret there in the front. Got some Marines on the sides to cover the map. And now more gateways coming out for Gensay. He's got a support bay there on the way in the back, and he's got 2 robots there in the front, getting shuttles now all already. 2 Dark Temples there coming out. At least those Dark Temples are going to clear out the map. Storm on the way. 4 gas. No drop protection yet, though. But Brain not going for drop, he's going for raids. He's got about 4 Marines here in the front, 8 Marines, 2 tanks. This is an interesting build order, and this works precisely because Gensay went for Nexus, Forge, Choke, Gateway. So he's trying to circumvent the Marines in the front there by unloading his Dark Temples across the hill. There's only 1 Marine there, though. So his plan, while beautiful and smart, is not quite having the effect he would want it to have. So just going to clear out the sides. He's scouting 9 and 3 o'clock spawn locations first. We got 2 engineering bases on the hill for Brain. Some turrets being thrown down left and right as well. The tank seats up in the back. Raids are flying back and forth ready to find a shuttle. Marines are on the side have gone down. We've got Storm finishing up very soon. Shuttle speed are on the way. We've got level 1 attack for the air on the way, and we have no forge upgrades yet. The 2 Templars, 2 shuttles ready to fly across the map very, very soon. We got double Stargate there as well, so I assume he's going to go for Corsairs into carriers at some point, because as I said before, he's already getting level 1 air weapon attack. That usually means carriers are going to be coming out very early. Using detail here from Brain, leaving some space in between the supply depots so we can walk through really easily, like this. I kind of like it. It's different, but apparently, I assume, it is kind of smart to do. So Brain maybe could have done perfectly fine with only double gas, because his gas is pretty damn high. He's not able to spend all of it. I think on double gas he would have been fine as is. Shuttle can't get in because there's turrets all over the sides. Ray's flying back and forth, waiting for his shuttle to enter. I dare you, I dare you to go in. Oh no, the shuttle is gonna get taken down there as it flies into the vision of Engineering Bay. Gensay not having a great game just yet. 60 probes, 53 SCVs. More raids are on the way. Raids, I assume, have cloaked because here's a control tower. It's gonna go on the offensive and try to kill shuttles. So double storm there on the high ground. Both tanks kind of do survive. Of course, they're getting taken down there by the raids. Brain is on the offensive, and it is... he's kind of outplaying Gensay so far. Things are looking great. Arbiter Stasis on the way. Gonna be very fast. Arbiter got 2 Forge upgrades on the way as well. Armor and shield. Weapon attack on the way as well. Interesting build orders from both players that I don't often see happen. There's not a lot of action at the moment. Both players kind of preparing for the big fight. The big fight is going to break out very soon. Both players don't have a lot of army, just have a lot of workers. Specifically Brain, I think about 7 or 8 tanks in total. Although I think he put 4 into the dropships to try and hit the minerals, which he should be able to do because there is 1 cannon on the top side. Almost no cannon. Gensay pretty much skipped out on building a healthy amount of cannons, so the dropships might hit him really hard. If he responds in time and pulls back his units, he might be able to clear the tanks before all of his probes die. I've got a feeling that tonight is not gonna be a good night. Not for Gensay. So the Arbiter finished up. So Corsairs on the way. Arbiter moving back a slight little bit. Dark Templars moving back and forth to secure vision. The tanks aren't going in yet. Brain is focused on defending. Brain scans. Brain finds the front. Sees shuttles, Templars, Zealots, and Corsairs there. Brain's got loaded up for a drop. So that's some useful information. Raid's now coming in as well. Raid's gonna snipe the shuttles because only 2 cannons, no observers. So the shuttles are easy to take down. And at the same time, while he's distracting, he sends in the dropship. Really smart stuff. Exceptionally smart stuff. Starts seizing up the tanks. Tanks are gonna shoot their shot. Ooh, goes down from 75 down to 24. Gonna try to get a couple more. Oh, is this gonna be the score? Is this gonna be it? Ooh, down to 23. Kills the Arbiter as well. Kills the shuttles, kills the Arbiters. Beautiful. Beautiful control here. Going for the Wraith. Surgically precise Wraith attack. And the surgically precise dropship on the probes. While not making a single micro mistake with either of the 2 groups. Beautifully coordinated. Gensay did not know what hit him until it hit him. So his last chance of turning the game around. Corsair with some shuttle, well, 1 shuttle. Finds a Marine there, annoyingly giving away his plan. And Brain, pretty much maxed out, starts to move out into the middle, ready to take Gensay down because Gensay can't fight back and Brain is ready for his snack. He's gonna go for the Big Mac attack right there on the front door and Gensay can do nothing about it. He's not prepared, he's wounded, he's injured, he's on his last legs with 43 probes, he might be able to stall the inevitable for a short little amount of time. Brain there goes for the attack. Only 2 cannons in the front. Temples are loaded on the high ground. Templars are gonna get Storm and get taken down. But as for Templars, the Storms were on point. But only 2 Storms are not gonna kill this army. The Zealots unloading are not gonna kill the army. Storms once more, kill some Vultures, kill some tanks. But the tanks and Vultures ultimately do win the fight with relative ease. And now the supply lead is still in favor of Brain. And Gensay leaves the game. He can't stay. Oh, no. Brain just wiped the floor. Gensay in a simple and precise manner. It somewhat reminds me of the first game where Gensay won the game off of a tank drop unlucky. Let's go for game number 3. This time around, Brain stays in the game and Byul replaces Gensay. Brain switches over to Protoss and Byul is gonna be on the Terran. So both these players, Brain and Byul, both former semi-professional StarCraft players, have both played in the ASL, which is the #1, the single highest level of StarCraft competition in the world, where only the very best of the actual very best play after qualifying through a qualifier tournament spanning 3 days, where they get 3 chances to compete against other former professionals, semi-professionals, and top-level amateurs to qualify for the ASL. And then a total of 28 players make it into the ASL, the 28 best players in the world, where they compete for a big, fat stack of cash. And of course, the honor of being the best StarCraft player in the world at the time. Brain made it into the top 16 and Byul made it into the top 24 twice. And Brain just qualified once. He didn't try another time. He just tried once, qualified, made it into the top 12. Really impressive stuff. We got both these very exceptionally skilled players facing off in his Protoss against Terran. And while we do have a hill here in between, the hill is not close to the probes or the Nexus, so it is not a big advantage for Byul, but Byul can ledge off the entrance here, which will force Brain to build a proxy base. But Brain is playing on Protoss, and Protoss is his main race on the normal maps. He is exceptionally good at Protoss. That's not an understatement. That is an understatement and not an exaggeration. That is an understatement. He's particularly savagely good at Protoss. But Byul here got the Marine on the way on his 8 supply barrack build order. Ready to attack the choke there, but double probe there defending against the SCV, and the cannon hardly takes any damage. So Byul probably not gonna break through. The probes are getting a surround on the Marine, and the Marine is gonna survive. The probes go down. The cannon in the front though. He's trying to buy time with the 1 probe, keeps the probe alive. Cannon finishes up, but it is under attack by the Marines and the SCVs, but the Marines and the SCVs arrive too late. So he actually just enters the base for now. Brain has to pull more probes to defend against those SCVs and Marines. Great micro there. Gets 1 kill by blocking the Marines' escape path with a probe. Somehow. Zealot gonna spawn. SCV there getting on top of the probes. Zealot there gonna chase the Marine. Marine dies. SCV there also gonna die. Brain lost 3 probes in total. 4 probes actually. He lost 4 probes in total. But I think he is still somewhat in an okay position to win the game. Maybe it's gonna be Byul. Byul is pretty damn good at early game, because his micro is exceptional. So triple gas there from Brain. Gonna go for advanced technology. Citadel of Doom there also on the way in the front. Keeping it out of that SCV's vision. So it might be a Dark Templar cheese to catch Byul by surprise. And Byul at the moment No engineering bay. Academy is being built there, though. He's going to go for a factory first. Command center number 2 there is being constructed. Got a robo on the way there for Brain. Citadel in the front, almost finished up getting gateway number 2. He killed the SV in his own base with his probe. So he's no longer giving away information. So triple gateway. Citadel finished up. Tempest Archive on the way in the back. Marines there balling up in the front. He's going to see the Citadel if he moves just a little bit closer. Just a tiny little bit closer. He's going to see the Citadel of Adun. And he's wondering, hey, that Citadel of Adun is in the front. Brain is trying to hide something from me. He starts an engineering bay right away. Oh, it's raining very hard here. Raining very hard. Like smashing onto the roof with all its force and power. Okay, so back to the game. We've got Supply Depot in the front. He's building a wall. Gonna try to keep those Dark Templars out. We've got Dark Templars on the way. Engineering bay, they're almost finished up. He's got a shuttle on the way as well. He's gonna shuttle the Dark Templars in to the base instead of walking through the front, which is what Byul might be expecting. Storm on the way. Support bay on the way as well in the corner. So he's spreading out his technology quite a bit, making it harder for Byul to spot it all out. We've got turrets that are on the way. Shuttle is finishing up very soon as well. Now, question is going to be, will the turrets finish before the Dark Templars get shuttled across the hill? Dark Templar got picked up. Gonna pick up a couple more. Byul goes for the frontal attack there. Gonna break through those cannons with ease, without effort whatsoever. More Dark Templars on the way there, though. One Dark Templar is going to defend. He's going to unload Dark Templars inside of Byul's base as well. There's no turrets in the backside. I think this is over. Byul does have a scan, but is always killing the scan. Goes right for the one thing that can win Byul the game. And the Dark Templars get us around on the Marines, and there's no scan left anymore, and Byul is dead. No turrets, no scan, no detection. Nothing can stop the Dark Templars. Brain played that one beautiful, and Byul gets caught by surprise and outplayed. Maybe he shouldn't have gone for that frontal break. He tried to break through before Dark Templars were an issue. He trusted in his scan. The scan wound up not being of much use. More Dark Templars on the way through the front door, and Byul gets killed within about 7 minutes. Beautiful bait and switch. Brain really laying down the Brain game in these 2 games that he's so far played here on screen. So goodbye turrets. Command center forced to get lifted up. Now going for the main command center. It is actually not within detection range. More Dark Templars are in the front. Gonna go for the engineering bay. Gonna have to lift that one up. He's repairing the command center, but the command center is taking really big damage. Templar just walks in and storms all the Marines. Oh, beautiful. So smart to add in one High Templar with Storm. You don't need shuttle drops. You can just walk right in with Dark Templar and a High Templar and end the game against such an amazing player like Byul. Beaten in only 7 minutes. Brain really is pretty damn good. So we're going to go for a rematch between Brain and Byul. Alright, rematch. Brain against Byul. Brain on the Terran, Byul on the Protoss. Brain, well, Byul wants revenge. He wants revenge. He's not satisfied with what just happened, because what just happened was really, really impressive from Brain. And Byul was just like, holy crap. Holy crap. This... I surrender. I yield. Honestly, that was one of the most impressive executions I've seen on the fastest map. So Brain on the green Terran. You're on the bottom left of the map. Gonna go for a mech build order. supply depot and refinery on 8 supply count. And the barracks is going to come out on 10. Maybe on 9.5, maybe on 9.5, but usually it comes out on 10 supply. Whereas, let's look at Byul's base here on the orange Protoss. Starts off with a gateway, double gateway. He's going to go for a rush. And usually, Brain defends rushes really well because his micro, as we saw in the last game, is really good. Byul's micro is also really good. This could go either way. So Brain there's got his barracks on the way. Barracks is going to finish very, very late. Because usually it's either on 9 supply or on 8 supply. This time around it's on 10 supply. So they're going to be very slow Marines. Almost has 200 gas though. He's already scouting the map with both of his SCVs. Not sure if he should be doing that with 2 SCVs, but as I said before, Brain always has a plan. But this does feel a little bit risky. But at least with these SCVs, he's going to know that something is happening. He's going to put them on the middle. Oh no. This is right on the path from Byul's base to Brain's base. Which means Brain is not going to be able to defend against these factories. Brain is trying to do something very tricky and cheesy. But those zealots are going to be walking into the middle and be like, hey, what's this? Why? Why are you doing this? And so he finds the SCVs there, and SCVs are like, oh shit. Zealots in my face. Running away is the only thing I can do. He's got 3 SCVs. He's juggling and microing the SCVs perfectly, though. But Byul is also microing his Zealots perfectly. And the SCV there, with a little bit of bad luck, goes in the direction of the Zealot. And more Zealot there, entering the middle. Probe there, joining in as well. He's adding on 2 probes. He's going to use probes and Zealots to kill all of this. Marines are trying to defend. Here back at home, he's not building a factory here back at home. He really wants to finish those factories on the middle, even though I think he should just abort the mission. He should just abort, but he's stubbornly just trying to make this happen. He's running in circles with his Marines. SCVs have gone down. One more SCV there, still on the middle, still alive. He really wants to finish those factories. But not gonna happen. Calls GG, and that is a really, really fast and unlucky. But, you know, a cheese is pure gambling, and he was just purely gambling. That was just pure gambling, and it didn't work out even remotely well. That would end. I've never seen anything work out as badly as that one. So now we're going on to game where Brain switches out and Lucky taps in. So Brain, Byul against Lucky. Coming right up. And they're right next to each other yet again. So pretty much every single game except for 2 games so far, we've had Protoss right next to Terran. And this is a game where the Terran has the positional advantage over the Protoss. Lucky here. You know what? I should speed the first minute up a little bit. Because nothing special happens in the first 2 minutes. Right? Byul goes for Supply Depot first, and Lucky goes for Nexus first. Barracks on the way there. This is a very standard build order for Terran. In my opinion, more standard than going barracks before Supply Depot. This is a build order you will often see in public 3v3 or public 2v2. Supply Depot, triple barracks, then Supply Depot gas after the first barracks finishes up, then Academy after barracks number 2 finishes up, and then you put an SCV on the gas and another SCV on the gas after your third barracks finishes, and you get Stim and Medic right at the same time after the Academy finishes up. I really like this build order because you get very fast Marine Stim, Medic ready to attack and fight. Only downside is it is a little bit weak. It is weaker than Barracks before Supply Depot against a rushing Protoss. Because in total you have 3 more Marines to fight with, which of course makes microing and defending against Zealots much easier. So double cannon on the way in the front. Byul knows he cannot go for the attack. He could have tried, but his Marine would have arrived right now, and the cannons would kill the Marine. So that's not going to work. Feeder in the back, gathering information. Nexus finished up. Double caster on the way in the back. He's going to get a Cybercore now as well. And Byul has... These players are just cheesing every single game. Look at him. He's lifting up his barracks. He's going to go for a sneaky little sneak attack there from the side. Lucky usually does get vision on the sides, though. He's the kind of player who does that, but he does not have cannons in the back yet, and the barracks are already landing. Byul's going for a command center there in the back. He's keeping 3 Marines in the front to make sure a probe doesn't scout his base. There's no cannon on the way in the back, because why would you build a cannon in this situation? He's focused on the SCV, and Byul keeps on distracting him. Marines are going to finish up. Academy is on the way here back at home. Command Center number 3 also in construction. Cybercore finished up. Lucky Bag is assuming a frontal break, but Marines come marching in, and the SCV is still alive, starts building a bunker. Got a cannon there on the way. Probes are running away to safety to the other side of the mineral stack. Zealot there spawns. Zealot there coming from the front as well to fight against the Marines. He's pulling probes towards the Marines as well. Gets a pretty good flank on the Marines. More Marines go down than they should. Kills the SCV. He needs 1 more Zealot. Oh, there's too many Marines there. The cannon there in between both Nexus, though, is going to finish up. And he goes right for it, tries to kill it, but the Zealot there gets on top of the Marine. Zealot goes down. Cannon goes down soon. Probes are killing the Marines. Probe defense for life. Probes are the MVPs, but Probe simply not strong enough to fight against all those Marines. Zealot number 2 there finishes up. He's going to try to get us around, but more Marines are going to spawn. Which is in back. Academy has finished. Medics are on the way, and so is the Stim. 1 medic there already in between. What is Byul going to do? Goes for the gateway first, while he's waiting for Stim, which means cannon number 2 and 3 might both finish. Zealot there tries to pull a unit into the cannon. Doesn't quite succeed. Getting 1 more cannon there around the Nexus. He's going to try to keep the Nexus alive. Lucky Bag has 1 Robo in the front on the way. And this is going to get close. Byul needs Stim range. He needs Marine range. He's got it on the way. But as long as he doesn't have Marine range, the Nexus cannot get attacked by the Marines. And there's too many cannons in this small little space for those Marines to kill without all dying. He's going to try from the top. He's walking all the way around. Going to look for a weak spot on the other side. Lucky realizes, cancels his robotics support bay, builds a new one right next to the cannon. Got a Seal of Doom on the way in the front. Robo in the front is already finished up. Oh, he's going to kill the cannons in the front with a double flank attack. And he succeeds. Yes, this attack will kill. So the Robo and the support bay in the front, both in big danger. Cancels. The shuttle finishes. It's gonna fly away, but the pilot and the Robo and the support bay all dead and gone. I don't think I've ever seen a barrack lift work out as well as this one. This might be the most successful one. I mean, sometimes a barrack lift kills all the probes with a fire bat running. This time around, we didn't see that. It's just Marines with medics and Stim. The front door has been opened up. Lucky Bag once again forced to build a proxy base. He shuttled a probe out. He's going to try to do the same thing as from game number 1 and try to go for a surprise attack from the side. Might not work. It might work, but I don't think it will. Because Byul is in a pretty dangerous lead. Got triple factory, triple command center, triple barracks, 1 starport on the way as well. He's got marine range and stim and medic. He's got level 1 attack on the way for marines. Got siege mode on the way already. I just don't see a world within which Lucky Bag is going to survive this push. So now we got both sides on our screen. Cybercore goes down. The Nexus is next. Got the Temple's Archive on the way somewhere on the map. I think Byul somewhat knows things are being built somewhere on the map. He already found it by sending his firebats into different directions because the firebats couldn't fight into the cannons. So now it's time to kill the proxy bases. Byul not gonna get caught out by surprise. Not gonna get caught sleeping. The tank there rolls forward. Gonna siege up. Rolls into tank range, but rolls out immediately. We have a Dark Templar there, ready to kill the tank. Saves the tank with a scan. And I think this means Lucky Bag is going to call GG. He knows it's over. Byul with a really beautifully aggressive early game. That was peak aggression and microcontrol and a very good restrained decision making. Lucky Bag loses twice. Doesn't have luck on his side today. He's getting cheesed to death every single time. So now we return back to Byul against Brain because the Gensay wants to be in the last game. Again, Protoss against Terran. So far, these games have been short, but the amount of skill on display is insane. These players are all capable of ending a game with one small advantage over their opponent. Just one small advantage and they end it immediately. They see it, they recognize it, they formulate a plan, and they execute it without a single mistake. Well, a couple of mistakes are being made here and there, but they're so small that they don't change the outcome. So Byul on the Protoss yet again. Brain ready to get his revenge for getting brutally murdered for his double factory in the middle build order. One gateway. Byul is looking to once again go for a rush. Maybe not. Because he's saving up a lot of minerals. He might go for a Gateway Nexus. This is a 4-5-8 build order. Gateway Nexus, Zealot, Forge, Double Gas, Choke. Brain interestingly puts one supply depot in the front. Double barrack there in the middle in his base. Not going for triple barracks. Might go for early gas. Might not go for early gas. He's already scouting the map there with an SCV. It's going to wall up the front. Zealot's not going to get in. And the Marines, yes, as I said before, Marines are going to be on the hunt for that choke. The Zealot is going to protect the choke, though. Got a gas on the way in the back. No Academy yet. But I do think it should be coming up very, very soon. He's going to get Stim. Maybe he's going to go for... There's the Academy. So double Barracks, Academy, Firebat, Medic, Stim. That does seem to be the plan. Finds the probe, finds the Zealot there, leaving the base. Gonna return right back home, get a skedoodle right out of there. Marine goes down. Another Marine there on the scene. Got a probe there, entering the front, gonna build a choke. Builds a wall right as the Zealot tries to march right in. He's like, nope, not gonna happen. Check Testa. Cybercore on the way in the back. Double Forge, Nexus, everything he needs is being warped in. Although what he really needs is getting into that Brain base so we can see what Brain is cooking. Because right now, he simply doesn't know what the Brain is cooking. He can smell it. He can smell it through that thick depot wall. But what it really is, he doesn't know. How is Brain gonna crack this cookie? How is he gonna break this nut, this shell? He's gonna try to be the nutcracker. Sorry, my mouse is on minimap. A little bit annoying, I just noticed. So let's move it away. I'm using the arrow keys. Maybe I should use the mouse a bit more and click on the minimap like this, but for some reason I just always take my hand on the mouse. So Brain there doing a small little bit of a dance to kill those zealots without losing a marine. Oh, took some damage there. This is like whack-a-mole. Like the mole shows itself, zealots try to smack it down, and the marines are like, haha, nope, I'm out of here. He's gonna go for a surround on the zealots. Beautifully done. Very aggressive stuff there. And great micro from Brain. Oh my god, those zealots are getting ran around, tricked, getting their ankles broken. And now there's only... Okay, he's got 2 cannons in the front. He might not be safe because he goes right in for the attack. Gonna stim down that cannon there in the front. 1 marine, 2 marines goes down. There's cannon number 2. They're gonna get taken down as well. And Brain is inside the base. He made it in. He made it in with... The decision making from Brain is just lightning fast. He sees something, he does not hesitate, goes, executes it, and or goes right for the kill. So the Templar's Archive on the way. Probes getting in around the probes, but the micro, the Marines getting around and running away, getting all the kills. The medics keep healing the Marines, the probes just don't really do anything. Oh my god, Brain, you are absolutely disgusting. Look at the moves, look at the plays. Faker, what was that? 5-minute execution. He certainly paid him back twofold. He paid him back. I mean, so far, Brain has only lost to himself. Because the 2 factory on the middle, I just don't see how that is going to work. So now we're going to the final game. And yes, all these games have been really short and we've been seeing a lot of Terran victories. With these players, Protoss just does not look overpowered at all. It's Terran that looks overpowered. These players have such amazingly strong Terran skill. It is disgusting. Oh my god, it is disgusting how good these players are at Terran. Brain here on the Magenta Protoss, Gensay on the Red Terran. We once again meet here on the fastest map. Gensay against Brain. The previous episode, Brain with some really good trickery and smart multitasking obliterated Gensay, killed his shuttles, killed his arbiter, killed all his probes. And Gensay then was no more. This time around, Brain is going to try to do the exact same, but, you know, with a race swap. You've heard about wife swap. This is the race swap. We got Terran against Protoss. So double gateway nexus. What is Brain gonna do? Whenever you see Brain do something, you're always left wondering, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna be interesting? Is he gonna be smart? Is it gonna be something no one else has ever done before? This guy improvises on the spot and makes it work. Or it might just be a standard build order. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. So barracks, supply depot, barracks there for Gensay. Gonna go for, yeah, he's gonna go for triple barracks. Maybe he is not, maybe he is. We got Brain there microing and canceling. He finally gets the 3rd barracks down. Brain being highly annoying with the probe control. There's no nexus coming down for Brain. Brain might go for a very aggressive build order here. Exactly what he's going to try to do, I don't know. Gensay scouting the wrong way, but I think Gensay knows that if Brain is not here on the 9 o'clock, Brain should be on the 6 o'clock. Nexus comes out very, very late by Brain. Brain there finds the Marine. Marine... Wow, the Marine itself is in shock that it didn't get murdered by that beefy zealot, just swaggering in. Kind of makes me want to play that one song by Ghostface. Why not? Like those zealots just ding, ding, they're swaggering in with a ding 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 ding. So the zealots swaggering across the hall, ready to drop a double cup on those Marines. Marines microing backwards there though. Gensay actually, I'd say, has a slight upper hand, although once again forced to retreat. Zealots there marching forward, not scared of anything. The control is great. Did not lose a single zealot yet. I thought he was going to lose one, but nope. They do stay alive. Gonna get a pilot in the front. Cybercore forcing away there for Brain. Putting his probes to work on the gas. Gonna try to go in for a little side attack, hoping Gensay is already leaving towards the front, but he's not. Still got the Ranger in the back. Gensay was expecting this move. So he's gonna do these right around. And tries to go in from the bottom right. He really just wants to kill one of those SCVs. He wants to get on top of the SCVs. Gonna go for a gas SCV. Kills one. Let's try to kill number two. Walls it in. Saves the SCV as well. That supply depot is really smart. These players really just do these small little things that are just absolutely unheard of. Double robo in the front for Brain. No Citadel of Adun. There's only one cannon in the front there though. But Gensay decides not yet to attack, because he doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know that Brain only has one cannon in the front, and Gensay is like, oh, I gotta defend for now. Doesn't yet. I mean, he could break through and end the game. But it looks like he wants to wait for medics and factories. So he's not... This is where Brain would force himself to check on that choke. Gensay apparently is a little bit more held back. I thought Gensay was the crazy aggressive player, but I might have been wrong. Dragoons are being built there for Brain. Brain is ready to go for the counterattack. He's waiting for Gensay to overextend. Gensay almost has medics, almost has stim. Getting an engineering bay and a factory there as well. Brain support bay finishes up. Let's zoom out a tiny little bit. Zoom out a tiny little bit. Everything on the screen. Marines are on the top side. Cannons, Zealous Dragoons there next to the cannons, ready to strike. As soon as Gensay marches forward and walks straight into this trap. Medics arriving on the scene. Dragoon range is on the way. Double Reaver there queued up in the robos. Gensay are ready to pounce on his prey. He's looking. He's healing. He's waiting for the right moment. He scans the front and goes right in. Here comes the attack. Cannons there providing a lot of back support. Dragoons there firing really, really hard. Most of the Marines already dead and gone. Dragoons are getting microed backwards, getting on top of the cannons there now as well. Dragoons are getting taken down. Marines are dying really fast, and the Reavers finish just in time. Cannons do get taken down, but the Reaver there in the back gonna get picked up by the shuttle, and Gensay forced to retreat back home after losing most of his Marines and killing most of the Zealots, but not the Dragoons. He kept the Dragoons alive with 5 HP. The micro is off the charts, and now he's ready to push through that front as the tank does not have siege mode yet. Double Reaver, triple Dragoon, tank rolls back, double bunker there in the front, gonna get taken down first. He took down the SCV building the turret first, so that he could micro his Reaver shuttle while crawling forward. Reaver gets picked up, one went down. Dragoons, oh, now the Marines are in between the enemy units. Things are looking ugly. Brain here with this just goes to show Brain really is a master of the Protoss. Kills the tank with a target fire. Dragoons there though, gonna get taken down now as well. Reaver there still alive in the front. He's got more units there on the way. What is inside that shuttle? It's a shuttle and a Reaver. right there in the front, but the raid is not able to go in because of... He goes in, but now drop there on the bottom corner. He pushes back to the Dragoons, but now to drop there on the bottom corner. Gonna go straight for the minerals. He's attacking in the front and distracting with the Dragoons. But the shield on the bottom side is what really matters. It's going straight for the SCVs, and he doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Reaver lands, Reaver kills, Reaver shoots its load. SCV's unprepared for that surprise attack. And he taps out, calls GG. Brain stands victorious with really, really good execution. He just saw that Gensay went a little bit too far and had the counterattack prepared because he read Gensay like a book. He knew Gensay is going to try to go for the frontal break because that's what Gensay pretty much always tries to do. But this time around, it wasn't going to work out. Thank you for watching. It was RJB for RJB TV. Brain wins pretty much everything. He even beat himself. Did you get that? He's so good, the only player he's going to lose to is himself. Thank you for watching. It was RJB for RJB TV. I hope you enjoyed this set of games of very short Terran against Protoss games with people just going ham on each other. You know, like actually completely ass blasting the competition in every single game. Just everyone just getting cheesed. Everyone getting microed into oblivion.